Hello, dear amazing people. How are you doing? How are you doing? This is Emmanuel Ahmadu here, and you're welcome to the School of Personal Development with Emmanuel Ahmadu. I'm super excited about tonight. If you can hear me and I am loud and clear enough, please go ahead. Let me know in the comments. I'd like to be sure that you can hear me. So you can hear me and I am loud and clear enough. Please go ahead. Let me know in the comments. I'd like to be sure that you guys can hear me. So you can hear me and I am loud and clear enough. Go ahead. Let me know in the comments. This is the School of Personal Development with Emmanuel Ahmadu. I'm super excited about what I'm going to be sharing tonight. Amazing. Naomi says she can hear me. Thank you. Empress says she can hear me. Clement says he can hear me. Mercy says she can hear me loud and clear. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. So this is the School of Personal Development with Emmanuel Ahmadu, a free bi-monthly personal development training program where you are equipped with principle-based, life-applicable knowledge that will evolve you into superior versions of yourself, evolve you to a version that is wiser, better, and stronger, so that you can live a victorious life and be a blessing to your world. If there is anybody that you know that needs to be part of tonight's training, make sure you invite them. By the way, if you're not yet subscribed to the channel, click on the subscribe button. It's just a little way of appreciating us for the work that we put in and the work that we do. So make sure you click on the subscribe button and do well to hit on the share button. Share the link with, maybe a friend, a family, or in a WhatsApp group on your status. But make sure you get someone to participate in tonight's training. I assure you, it is going to be a mind-blowing session. For every School of Personal Development session that we have, I take my time really to think through the lessons, think through the points that I'll be sharing, or the points that I'll share, to ensure that it is not just some jamboree of information that will not produce any result, in the life of the listeners. My goal is not to waste our time at all. I understand the value of time. I understand the value, of attention. And my desire is that for everyone who participates in the School of Personal Development over a period of time, there should be tangible proofs, right? That what you are hearing is working and what you are hearing is the truth. If you're just joining in, make sure you do well to subscribe. We'll get started in a few minutes. As we always do, I like to do a quick shout out before we get started and jump right into the business of tonight. So go ahead, comment your first name and your current location, your first name and your current location. I'll do a quick shout out and then we'll jump right into the business of tonight. By the way, tonight I'm going to be teaching on stewards of time. Is a mind-blowing training session. Believe me, the truth that you'll be learning will change your life. Absolutely change your life. If you're in a place where you are distracted, make sure you settle down, get a quiet spot, get a pen and a notebook so that you can jot down the things, the lessons that you are going to be learning, right? Very important. Stay away from every form of distraction. In the next 45 minutes, 1 hour tops, we should be done with tonight's training session. And then you can move on to other things that you have doing. Make sure comment your first name and your current location. Do a quick shout out, and then we'll jump right into the business of tonight. Do not forget to subscribe. Hit the subscribe button. If this is your first time, make sure you subscribe and make sure you are also in the Leaders Manna Network WhatsApp community. The link is somewhere on the description of this video. Click on it and make sure you are in the community so you don't miss any subsequent session and you are updated, from time to time. That's it. Let me do a quick shout out. We have Margaret. I'm sure you're in Kaduna. Good to have you. We have Messi Jai all the way from FCT Abuja. Good to have you. We have Favor from Abuja. Monday from Zaria. We have Naomi from New York. Fantastic. Good to have you, Naomi. We have Meshach from Jos, all the way from Jos. Good to have you. We have Michael from Maiduguri. Good to have you. Dienret, I hope I did justice to that name. Good to have you, Dienret from Zaria. We have Oatmeal Dauda from Kaduna. Good to have you. Chidebere from Zaria, Kaduna. Good to have you, Chidebere. We have Ajiboye from Ilorin. Good to have you. Without wasting any further time, we'll jump right into the business of tonight. Like I said, make sure you stay away from every form of distraction. If you have to lock yourself in the restroom to go through this session, is a worthy decision, right? If you do not have a notebook for the School of Personal Development, I encourage you to get one. Get a notebook where you'll be jotting down, the striking lessons, the striking points that you get from these sessions. It is my responsibility to ensure that the truths that I dispense through this platform are principle-based truth that work. Are you seeing it? It is your responsibility to pay attention, receive them and act on them. And I assure you, if you play your part, there is no way that you will not reap the benefits. There is no way you will not reap the rewards, the fruit of your action. Because what I'm teaching, they are not cunningly devised fables at all. They are principles that are based on, rock solid knowledge that have a track record of results from the life of successful people. And tonight I'm going to be teaching on the topic Stewards of Time. Stewards. Stewards of Time. I'm going to start by reading two powerful scriptures from the Bible with us. By the way, if you're new here, time and again, you'll hear me share scriptures, not because it's a religious platform, but for me, the Bible is my book of reference. So I always feel free to share, to teach from the Bible, not from a religious standpoint. No, the Bible for me is like a book of success that I share and I teach from. And I want to start by sharing two powerful scriptures with us. The first is Job 14, verse 5. Job 14, verse 5. It says, "You have decided the length of our lives. You know how many months we will live, and we are not given a minute longer." Make sure you write that verse down so that you can read it later on. The second scripture is Psalm 90, verse 12. Psalm 90 and verse 12, the NLT. It says, "Teach us to realize the brevity of life so that we may grow in wisdom." I want you to take note of a few very important statements that I want to make on the subject of time, and I want you to pen them down. Three powerful statements that deal with time, and I want you to pen them down. This is a very sensitive subject because time is very important. The quality of your life is dependent on how you use your time. Time is the most valuable resource that God gave humanity. By the way, if you've not listened to the last School of Personal Development, look for it and listen to it. The currencies of life. I shared 4 currencies of life that make for your destiny. And one of it that I shared is the currency called time. And tonight I'm delving into that subject of time. And I want to share 3 powerful points. First point that you must take note, or first statement rather, number 1, is that time is a fundamental unit of life. Time is the fundamental unit of life. Just like you measure distance in meters or kilometers, and you measure weight in kilograms, you measure speed in meters per second, the unit for measuring your life is time. This is why we use statements like lifetime, because life is measured in time. When you celebrate your birthday, what you are celebrating is the time you have spent on earth. For every year that you celebrate your birthday, you are celebrating the time that you spent on the earth. So time, life is measured in time. It is very important to know this. And men are apportioned time for their lives on earth. For example, Jesus Christ of Nazareth only lived 33 and a half years on earth. Methuselah lived for 969 years. There are people who have been appointed 80 years. There are people who have been appointed 100 years. Every man is appointed a time to live. It's called lifetime. And if you read the first scripture that I shared with us, Job 14 verse 5, it says, you have decided the length of our lives. You know how many months we will live. In other words, you know how many years we will live. And we are not giving a minute longer. So every human being has a timeline or a particular time range to live on the earth. And God knows it. There are people who only have 20 more years to live. There are people who have 50 years to live. There are people who have 2 more months to live. So life is measured in time. Life is measured in time. The second powerful statement I want you to write down is that whatever wastes your time is indirectly wasting your life. Very, very profound. That whatever wastes your time is indirectly wasting your life, because your life is measured in time. Time is the fundamental unit of life. It means that if I can waste your time, I am indirectly wasting your life. If you've been part of the School of Personal Development for a while, or the Leaders Manna Network for a while, you would have heard me make the statement that there was a time where I had very strongly in my heart, the statement that if Satan cannot kill you, he will help you waste your time. Because the second best thing is your time. If I cannot kill you as a person, the next thing that I will do to destroy your life is to waste your time, because your time is the unit for your life. Time is the currency of life. I wrote down here that every day spent is a day closer to your grave. Every single day you live on this earth is a day closer to your grave. So if you waste a day, are you seeing it? You have wasted your life. You have wasted the opportunity to use your life to do something productive. So whatever wastes your time is indirectly wasting your life. The third statement that I want you to write down is that the primary purpose of time is to squander on purpose. The primary purpose of time, yes, is to squander on purpose. The primary use, the primary assignment of time is to squander on purpose. Ecclesiastes chapter 3 verse 1. It says there is a time for every purpose under heaven. For every purpose, there is a time. God gave us time solely to squander on purpose. There is an assignment that God has put us on this earth to do, and that's why he gave us time. And the best and most productive use of your time is to squander it on purpose. This is the primary reason why God gave you time. If you read John chapter 9 verse 4, John 9 verse 4, he says, I must walk the works. This is Jesus now speaking. He said, I must walk the works of him that sent me while it is day. He says, the night cometh when no man can walk. I must walk the works of him that sent me. I must do the purpose of the one who has sent me, because the time is coming where I can no longer do the work. So now that I have the time, I must have an assignment consciousness. Purpose is very important. If you do not know purpose, you will waste time. The primary use of time is to squander on purpose. You see, your fulfillment, your provision, and your relevance is in your purpose. Is worthy to note and is worthy to write that down. That you cannot live a fulfilled life. You cannot be relevant, truly sustainably relevant. You cannot access provisions if you are not using your time to fulfill purpose. My God, this is very powerful and very profound. Purpose is very important, very, very important. It doesn't matter how long you live on earth. If you live a purposeless life, you have wasted your time. This is why Methuselah, even though he lived 969 years, the only thing that was written about him is that, and Methuselah lived and he died. Yet, Jesus Christ, who lived for only 33 and a half years, the entire Bible is about him. Because it is not about how long, it is about whether or not you did or you are doing what you were born to do. The most important use of time is to squander on purpose, to squander it on what God has called you to do. This is not a teaching on purpose. I'm teaching us on, how to steward time. But let me encourage us. Look for my teachings on purpose. I have a number of them, not video now, a number of audio. Whilst we're still having the School of Personal Development on Telegram, I've done a number of teachings on purpose discovery. Look for them. Or you can look for Stephen Edwards' teaching in the Leverage Conference that we had in May. Look for his teaching on purpose discovery, the backbone of true success. Look for that message and listen to it. But you cannot truly make the most of time if you do not know your purpose. I think it was Fela Durotoye who said that there are two most important days in your life, in any man's life: the day you were born and the day you find out why. Because you have not truly started living until you know why God put you on the earth. Purpose is very important. Anything you do outside of purpose is largely a waste of time. When God is judging us, he will judge us based on what he sent us to do. It's like sending somebody to the market. If I send you to the market to go and buy something, what do I give you? I give you money because you need money to buy that thing. So when God was sending us to the earth, one of the primary resources that he gave us is time. And you see, there are many people who are just drifting through life. They are just moving from one place to another without a sense of purpose or a vision, wasting time. And they are praying for long life. And God is in heaven saying, the life that I gave you, you are not using it to do what I asked you to do, and you are praying for long life. It is a waste praying for long life if you are not living a purposeful life. My God, this is very powerful. You are wasting time if you are not living a purposeful life. When you pray for long life, it is a complete waste. It is not a prayer that God is in a hurry to answer, because God gives us time to fulfill purpose, not to have fun. Are you seeing it? Not to have fun. Now, what does it mean to be a steward of time? Write that down. What does it mean? We're considering the topic stewards of time. What does it mean? When you say somebody is a steward of time, what do you mean? You can write this down. To be a steward of time is to live every day on purpose, knowing that time is something God entrusted to you, not something you control. I'll repeat. To be a steward of time is to live every day on purpose, knowing that time is something that God entrusted to you, not something you control. Time is a trust. Full stop. We continue. It is both a responsibility to fulfill your calling and a gift to enjoy the beauty of life. I'll repeat it one more time. That to be a steward of time is to live every day on purpose, knowing that time is something God entrusted to you, not something you control. It is both a responsibility to fulfill your calling and a gift to enjoy the beauty of life. This is what it means to be a steward of time. That you recognize that time is a trust, that time is a gift, a trust and a responsibility to fulfill a call, to fulfill a mandate that God has given you, and also an opportunity for you to experience the beauty of life. Life is beautiful. Life is very beautiful. So tonight, I want to share with us 5 keys, and then we are done. 5 keys to becoming an effective steward of time. This is my assignment. How do you become an effective steward of time? Such that at the end of your life, when you are standing face to face with God, you can tell him that, God, thank you for the 80 years you gave me. Thank you for the 90 years you gave me. I used it wisely. I used it, effectively. And this is what I did with it. Because each and every one of us will give account for how we use that time. If you read Romans chapter 14, verse 12, Romans 14, verse 12, it says, so then every one of us shall give account of himself to God. We will give account. God gave you 50 years. What did you use to do? What did you do with it? There are people right now who are in their 50s, they're in their 60s, and they know that they've wasted time. They are living in regret. They know they wasted their youth. There are people who are in their 20s, 30s, and they are right now wasting their time, moving from one place to another aimlessly, going where nobody asked them to come. Are you seeing it? Scrolling TikTok videos, just wasting and sifting time. Time is a trust. You will give account of how you spend or how you spent your time. It is very important to have this consciousness. And I want to share with us 5 keys to becoming an effective steward of time. If you're ready, go ahead and comment, I'm ready. 5 keys to becoming an effective steward of time. If you're just joining in, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Click on the subscribe button to subscribe. Key number 1. The first key to becoming an effective steward is to understand the purpose of time. You must understand the purpose of time. You cannot maximize anything if you do not know its purpose. It was late Dr. Miles Monroe of blessed memory who said that when the purpose of a thing is not known, abuse is inevitable. If you do not know why God gave you time, why God put you on the earth, you will waste that time. You will useless it. That's why you see people living anyhow, because many people have not sat down to think, why did God give me time? Why am I on earth? Why are many people dying and I'm alive? Why is God keeping me alive? Are you seeing it? There is a time for every purpose under heaven. If you are not living a purposeful life, then I don't want to say you don't deserve to be alive, but honestly, you are living a wasted life. Honestly, God gives us time to squander on purpose. You must know the purpose of time. Very important. So the first key to becoming an effective steward of time is to understand. You must understand the purpose of time. Let me share with us the purpose of time. There are 3 primary purposes of time. 3 primary purposes of time. This will bless you. Number 1, the first reason why God gave us time is to fulfill purpose. Like I said, to fulfill purpose. The purpose of life is to live a life of purpose. God gave us time primarily to squander on purpose. Purpose is the primary reason why you are alive. I'm telling you. Not to have fun. Having fun is good, But the primary reason why God put you on the earth is to live a life of purpose, not just to make money. There are people chasing money, chasing things, chasing possessions, and all of these things, and they ignore purpose. These days, you will not hear anybody talk about the subject of purpose. We talk about degrees, we talk about money, we talk about business, but people don't talk about purpose. Yet, purpose is the core of life. It is the backbone of your existence. It is the reason why God put you on the earth. If you read the Bible, I think the book of John, it says there was a man sent from God whose name was John. So God doesn't just make men. And men are not just born. Men are sent with an assignment. If I send you to the market to go and buy something for me, and you go and start watching football, or you go and you are discussing with somebody, even though that discussion may be beneficial to you, it is not the reason why you went to the market. So you must know why God put you on the earth. It is very important. And that is called purpose. This is the most important use of your time. Again, John chapter 9 verse 4, a scripture that we read. It says, I must walk the works of he that sent me while it is day. It says, the night cometh when no man can walk. I must walk the works of him that sent me. I must do my Father's business. We're right here teaching now. I'm teaching now, had a teaching session this morning, have a number of teaching sessions this week that we're entering. We're having a school of personal development in another 2 weeks. I'm putting out content on, training people. We have the Leaders Manna Network, building leaders, raising leaders. Do you know why I'm so passionate about all of these things? Because this is why God has put me on the earth. This is the best use of my time. Squandering it on purpose. I remember what I said, your fulfillment, your provision, and your relevance is in your purpose. If you do not live a purposeful life, you will never be fulfilled. You will not be relevant. And your provision, a large part of your provision is in your purpose. Very important. So the first use of time, the first reason why God gave us time is to squander on purpose, to live a purposeful life. The second reason, the second purpose of time is to make a difference in the world. To make a difference in the world. This is the Leaders Manna Network slogan. Becoming to make a difference. Becoming to make a difference. God put you on the earth, not just to live for rice and beans, not just to gather money, but to leave your mark on the earth. If you read Matthew chapter 5 verse 13, the Bible says you are the salt of the earth. If the salt loses its savor, it says, wherewith shall it be salted? It is henceforth good for nothing, but to be cast out and to be trodden under foot of men. If you read verse 14, it says, you are the light of the world, a city set on the hill that cannot be hidden. That means I am salt. I should bring preservation to the earth. If you want to know the significance of salt, don't put salt in your soup and see what happens. As little, as tiny as the sprinkle of salt that you put in a food, don't put it and you will feel the impact. So you are supposed to make a difference. So every day you are supposed to be asking yourself, how can I make my world a better place? If your environment is not feeling your impact, then you are not using your time properly. Your world must feel your impact. Somebody say, I am an impact maker. I am a difference maker. The world will know that Emmanuel Ahmadu exists. The world will know that I passed through this earth. No, you were not just born to be a statistics. You were not just born, to collect salary, eat rice and beans, marry, live a comfortable life, and then die. No, you were created to make a difference. You must have that at the back of your mind, that God created you to make a difference in the world, to make an impact, to contribute to the development of the world. You're an impact maker. Impact maker. It is very important to have this consciousness that one of the reasons why God gave me time, How can you be in your 50s and you have not impacted your world? Nobody knows that you exist, even your neighbors. Haba. It means you are not living. It means you are not using time properly. People should feel your impact. Show me the person who has gone to school because you are on earth. Show me whose life you are bettering because you're on earth. Imagine if there was no Mark Zuckerberg. Imagine if there was no Apostle Joshua Selman. Imagine if there is no Emmanuel Ahmadu. There will not be the School of Personal Development. If people cannot feel your absence, then your presence is not needed. If the world will not feel your absence, your presence is not needed. Why are you alive if you are not going to make any impact? There are people that, because they died, they created, that day became a national holiday. Look at people like Nelson Mandela. You must strive to make a difference. You are a difference maker. And it doesn't have to be, you don't have to think about making a difference, to the entire world or entire Africa. Start from where you are. In your family, are you making a difference? In your environment, are you making a difference? In your neighborhood, are you making a difference? Who can attest to the fact that because you are alive, my life is better? You make a difference. This is the second purpose of time. The third purpose of time is to enjoy the beauty of life. My God, to enjoy the beauty of life. Life is beautiful. Somebody put that in the comment. Life is beautiful. I think it's what's his name? Fee Steven that usually says that life is beautiful. Life is truly beautiful. I'm telling you. And God does not just want you to pass through life. God wants you to experience life. God wants you to travel, see the world, see creation, see nature, see the beauties of life. I made up my mind that before I die, I'm going to travel to every major country in this world. All of the continent, of course. I'm going to experience life. Do the things that make you feel happy. Do the things that set your soul on fire. Fall in love, get married, raise a beautiful family, go to the cinema, do something that you enjoy doing. Is a worthy investment of time. As long as you are living a purposeful life, as long as you are making a difference in your world, you deserve to enjoy the beauty of life. Experience life. In John, I think chapter 10, verse 10, the Bible says that I have come. He says, the devil cometh not but to kill, to steal, and to destroy. But I have come that you may have life and have it in abundance. In abundance. That means I want you to enjoy life. I want you to experience life. I want you to be able to, at the end of your life on earth, to be able to say, this life is sweet. Oh, are you seeing it? There are many people who are just hustling through life. I have a personal mantra that life is not meant to be endured. It is supposed to be enjoyed. God did not put you on this earth to suffer. No. As you are working hard, make sure you are also experiencing life. You don't have forever to live. Oh. There are many people who have never bought something nice for themselves. There are many people who have never traveled. Once in a while, gather money, travel. For people who have never, flown before, you can gather money and make a decision that by December, I'm going to travel by flight. Experience life is one of the reasons why God gave you time, so that you can enjoy creation. It's very important to have this consciousness. Eat good food, enjoy it. If you've not eaten turkey before, buy turkey, sit down, get a, malt, drink it and enjoy yourself. Eat something that you enjoy. Go places that you like. As long as it does not compromise on your value. But you must use time to enjoy life, such that at the end of your life, you do not have any regrets. And all of these activities, it aligns to three important things. There are three important values that you must have in life. Three most important things. All of this purpose of time aligns with three important activities. Number one, your relationship with God. You cannot make a difference in your world. You cannot live a purposeful life And you cannot truly enjoy the beauty of life if you do not have a relationship with God. Number two, your relationship with people. If you do not have a healthy relationship with people, you will not be able to enjoy life. You will not be able to experience life. And then number three, the commitment to fulfill your assignment. It is through your assignment that you make an impact. It is through your assignment that you have fulfillment. It is through your assignment that you are able to make a difference. So these are three major values that if you keep, you'll be able to fully maximize the purpose of time. Your relationship with God, your relationship with people, and your commitment to your assignment. Let's move to the second key. An effective steward of time is to intentionally and intelligently create systems. Intentionally and intelligently create systems to avoid or eliminate time wasters. I'll repeat it one more time. The second key to becoming an effective steward of time is to intentionally and intelligently create systems to avoid or eliminate time wasters. I wrote down here that you cannot be an effective steward of time if you do not intentionally protect your time from leakages. You need to protect your time from time wasters. Because time is a limited resource, and there are many things that are vying, that are trying to steal your time. If you want to be a good steward of time, to use it for all of the purposes that I have listed, you must be able to identify and eliminate time wasters. And I tell you, there are many of them, many time wasters. But I want to share three of them with us. Remember what I said, if Satan cannot kill you, he will help you waste your time. So these time wasters exist to drain your time. To drain your time. The solution is to identify them and then intelligently create systems to avoid or eliminate them completely. Else you will not be able to use time effectively. You will not be a good steward of time. Let me share three common time wasters with us. Number one is digital distractions. Your phones, the internet, your laptop, all of these things are digital distractions. There are people who spend hours scrolling through reels, scrolling through videos online every day, wasting 3 hours, 5 hours, 10 hours, just scrolling through social media. And you know, the thing is that if you do not track your time, you will not know you are spending this much time. The day I started using, there is an app. I've forgotten the name of the app, but there's an app that helps you track the number of hours that you spend on different apps on your phone. If you know the name for iOS, for Android, and for iOS, make sure you put it in the comment so that maybe I can take note of it. But there's an app that helps you track the time that you spend on your social media apps. And I tell you, if some of us use that app to track, you will be surprised how much time you waste on digital distractions. I tell you, just recently I put up a post in the Leaders Manna Network WhatsApp community about how you must avoid digital distraction and the effect it's having on your mind, the quality of your mind. Everybody now has become a digital zombie. You see people just scrolling. You just see somebody sit down. They are scrolling through reels. And these things are designed to be addictive. Designed to be addictive. This is why when you lie down in the night, you are just scrolling. And before you know, you spend 5 hours, 6 hours scrolling. Because they are designed to drain your time. They are designed to be addictive. Things that you cannot easily stop doing. You wake up in the morning and you see a notification on your phone and you just want to check who sent you a message. Before you know, you spend 3 hours. You are checking another video. You are checking this. You've spent 3 hours, wasted time, going through notifications. Digital distractions is a major time waster in our time. And if you're going to be an effective steward of time, you must learn to guard yourself against digital distractions. I've taught and I've shared many times that the first 1 hour after you wake up, as much as possible, don't touch your phone. As much as possible, don't use any digital tool. As much as possible. The first hour after you wake up should be the hour where you connect with purpose, connect with destiny, you work on your mind, you pray, you meditate. Many people wake up and the first thing they do is to touch their phone, to see who sent them a message on WhatsApp, to see who put up a status. No, you are wasting time that way. It is very important that you guard your time against digital distractions. Have no internet time. There are periods within the day where I don't touch my phone. Within that period is just an opportunity for me to read, for me to take a nap, for me to just reconnect with myself. There are people who 24 hours they're on their phones, just scrolling and just doing a lot of things, wasting time on digital distraction. I made up my mind that I will not spend more than 15 minutes watching a reel. Scrolling endlessly like zombies. Watching reels, scrolling for hours. So I made up my mind 15. How about, avoiding watching multiple videos at the same time? Usually, I like long-form content. If you are somebody who likes short-form content, it is a very huge time waster because you will watch a lot of videos and not get any value from it. Discipline yourself to watch long-form content. There are people who only watch 1-minute videos. That's why we are addicted to reels. Discipline yourself to watch a video for 1 hour without moving to the next. So the first kind of time waster is digital distraction. The second kind of time waster is people distraction. Yes, people distraction. I tell you, people are going to be one of your biggest distractions, your biggest time wasters. There are people who want to eat your time. Many times there are people who say they want to see me. They keep disturbing me. They want to see me. And I say, okay, come to my house. Give them the address. The first thing is that they come very late. That's to show that they don't have value for time. Come 1 hour late, and they come and sit down. And you are talking to this man, you're like, okay, now that you are here, what do you want to ask? And they tell you, sir, I just wanted to greet you. Can you imagine? You spend 2 hours of my time and you say you want to greet me. What happened to a text message? So if you don't guard your time against people distractions, you will drain it. It's not everywhere I go. You will never see me in a wedding. Even the one that they invite me, I'm struggling to go. Talk less of the one that they did not invite me. There are people, weddings, they did not invite you. You are seated there. You are there spending 3 hours, 5 hours. If you do not have value, that's why I said you must understand that the purpose of time is to squander on purpose. The primary purpose of time is so that you can fulfill purpose. If you do not have this mentality, you will be easily distracted. I always have a saying that the easiest person to distract is a person who does not have a goal or does not have a purpose. Unnecessary calls. There are people who just call. It's one of the reasons why I don't receive so much calls. When people call me, I usually prefer that they send text messages because then you can communicate your thought. Somebody calls you on the phone and it's like, hello, sir, how are you doing now? How is everything? Spends almost 5 minutes, 10 minutes just in greeting before they now go to the meat of the matter. But if you are sending a text message, you go straight to the point. Are you seeing it? So create systems that guard your time. Avoid unnecessary calls that do not add value to your life. Unnecessary meetings, unnecessary hangouts. You just go and sit down with somebody and there is no meaningful or productive conversations. Learn to say no. This is also very important. Learn to say no. Don't be a yes person. Let's go to this thing. Okay. Let's do this. Okay. You will not be great that way. Nobody becomes great by always saying yes to people. Learn to say no, especially when it does not align to your purpose and it does not align to your goals. Learn to say no. You will not die. The person will not die also. Let's go to the market. Yes. Let's go and play game. Yes. Let's go and visit Chinere. Yes. You will never be great that way. Your time that you are supposed to use to study, somebody says, let's go and hang out. You can politely say, well, I would really have loved to go and hang out with you, but I've already planned that I'm going to study in the next 2 hours. So I'm so sorry I'll not be able to go with you. Nothing will happen. You will not die. Don't be a yes person. Block your time against people distractions. The third kind of common waster is multitasking, trying to do multiple things at the same time. It will greatly diminish the quality of your work and it will steal your time. You see it? This is why you need to have priorities. I don't try to do everything. When I wake up every day, I make a list of things that I want to get done and I order them based on priority. Which one is the most important task? I put it as number one. And then I start my day giving it my full attention, giving it all my energy. When I'm done, I move to the next one. So I do not multitask. After this training session now, I know what I'm going to do next, Traveling tomorrow morning, I have to prepare. So when I'm done with that task, I move to the other one. If you multitask, you are going to waste a lot of time and you're going to come out with mediocre work. So this is the second key. The second key to becoming an effective steward of time. Key number 3. The third key, we have 3 more keys and then we're done. The third key to becoming an effective steward of time is to set clear and compelling goals that align with your purpose and your ideal self. Set clear and compelling goals that align with your purpose and your ideal self. I wrote this down, that the easiest person to distract is a person who does not have goals. The person who does not have goals will be easily distracted because there is nothing that is compelling his attention. In fact, distraction is a deviation from your attraction. So when you say somebody is distracted, it is because they have an attraction that they are deviating from. Are you seeing it? So when you don't have a goal, it means you don't have an attraction. So it is easy for you to be distracted. When you don't know where you are going, it is very easy for you to follow anybody anywhere. You need to have goals, and not just anyhow kind of goals. I want a phone. No. Every goal I set, I ensure that is aligned to my purpose. I've gotten a few gadgets in recent time, and all of it wasn't just some random goals. No. All the things that I got, I made sure that it was aligned to my purpose, my future self, where I see myself in the next 10 years. I'm getting a lot of recording gadget by the grace of God. Trust me, before the end of this year, you'll be amazed the quality of videos that you'll be seeing from the School of Personal Development. Getting a lot of light gadgets and the rest, everything that needs to make the sessions as quality as possible. By the way, these are third live video session for the School of Personal Development. And you see that the quality, it may not be up there, but it's a good start. We are making progress. 2 months ago, we used to have the School of Personal Development on Telegram. Now we're on video. Are you seeing it? Everything that I buy, the resources, how I spend my money is geared towards helping me fulfill my goals that are aligned to the person I see myself becoming. This is why every year I set 7 goals that align to my purpose, align to my identity. For example, one of my goals this year was to host the Leverage Conference on YouTube and be a blessing to I think I've forgotten the number that I put, but it was going to help me transition from having a School of Personal Development on Telegram and now having it on YouTube. And by the grace of God, I've crushed that goal. You know why the goal was important to me? Because it is aligned to who I see myself becoming in the next 10 years. 10 years from now, we'll still be having the School of Personal Development. So any goal that I set that aligns to that version is a worthy goal. Don't set foolish goals. You just stand up and say you are setting a goal to learn how to bake. Is it aligned to your purpose? Is it aligned to where you see yourself in the next 10 years? Huh? The older you get, the more, strategic your goals must be. You can't be in your 30s and you are setting random goals. Today you are learning digital marketing. Tomorrow you are learning how to cook. Next tomorrow you are learning how to bake cake. You will not make progress that way. Your goals must be aligned to who you see yourself becoming. Now there are 4 I just thought to do a quick, teaching, because many people don't know how to set goals and many people do not know the rudiments of goal setting. So let me share those 4 primary characteristics of goals you will achieve. There are 4 characteristics that any goal you set must have if you're going to achieve it. Number 1 is that it must be clear and exact. It must be clear. You must be able to see it. In Habakkuk chapter 2 now and verse 2, it says, write the vision and make it plain. If the vision is not clear, you will not be able to achieve it. I want to be rich. It's not a goal. It's not clear. How much do you want? It must be exact. You must make the goal clear. Number 2, it must be measurable. How do you know? How do you know that you have achieved the goal? If it is not measurable, you will not know. For example, if I say I'm going to make my first million this year, right? That is measurable because by the end of the year, I should have 1 million naira. Measurable. I will not say I want to lose weight. No. I want to be able to lose 20 kg by the end of July. That's a measurable goal. Number 3, the goal must be compelling. Very compelling, in fact. What do I mean? It must be attractive. How many of us here have ever fallen in love? Especially that first 2 weeks where both of you are just saying, I love you, I love you. How do you feel? Sometimes you make calls, you are making call around 8 until around 2 a.m. in the night, you are still making the call. Why? Because that relationship is compelling. There is a feeling that drives you. That's how it should be with your goals. If your goals do not compel you when you set them, you are not going to achieve it. Learn to set compelling goals that come from your heart, not from your head. Stop setting goals, I want to be a millionaire. Why? Why do you want to be a millionaire? Imagine somebody who sets a goal and say, I want to make my first million so that I can take my mother out who has never had a very pleasant experience in her life. She has struggled for me for the last 10, 15 years, and I want to be able to make my first million so that I can buy her something expensive to let her know that she is valuable to me. That's a compelling goal because you are making it about your heart. You are introducing your heart to it. It's becoming passionate. A goal that you are not passionate about, you will not achieve. I tell you, a goal that is not compelling enough, you will not go after. The 3rd characteristics of a goal that you would achieve is that it must be time-bound. When do you want to achieve it? I want to be a millionaire. I want to make my first million. If you don't know the timeline, you will not be able to do the work to make the goal a reality. So it must be time-bound. I want to make my first million before the end of the year. That's a time-bound goal. So these are 4 primary characteristics of goals that you would achieve. Now, let me also share with us 3 major reasons why people don't achieve their goals. I'm just sharing this because goal setting is an essential requirement for maximizing time. You cannot be an effective steward of time if you don't know how to set goals. God is a goal setter. Prophecy, what we call prophecy, is a goal. That this will happen is a goal. Goal simply means programming a future from the present. Programming what you want to see tomorrow from today. That's what goal is. That by next year, I want to be able to have a camera. I want to be able to be recording videos. You are seeing something in the future and you are setting it today. So the Bible is filled with, in fact, the Bible is a book of goals. When we talk about prophecy, we're talking about goals. So 3 major reasons why people don't achieve their goals. Number 1 is because their goal is not compelling enough. Their goal is not compelling enough. Very, very, very important and very powerful. I just shared it with us. There are people who set weak goals. I want to make my first million. It's not compelling. It has to come from your heart. No, I want to host the Leverage Conference. I know it's going to be a blessing to thousands of young people across Africa. And I know that it's going to be a platform that will launch me into the next phase of my career as a personal development trainer. So I will give it all I have and ensure that it is excellent. That's a goal that is coming from your heart. If it doesn't come from your heart, you will struggle to achieve it. If your goal comes from your head, the desire and the passion to make it happen will not be there. So when you are writing goals, make sure that it is compelling. Make sure it's something that you are eager about, something that that drives you, something that makes you, puts you on edge, that makes you to struggle to go to bed at night and makes you to rush out of bed in the morning. If your goals do not stir up that strong desire in your heart, I tell you, you will struggle to achieve them. The second reason why people do not achieve their goals is because they do not keep a consistent relationship with it. They do not keep a consistent relationship with their goals. Anything you don't relate with will die. Anything you don't communicate with, it will die in your life. Are you seeing it? Communication is what sustains relationships. This is what many people just write their goals in January or, in December, and they write it in a book and close it. The only time they open it is by December. Okay, let me see the one that I achieved. You will not achieve anything that way. If you're going to achieve your goal, you must communicate with it on a daily basis. I have my goal on my table. I rewrite it and rewrite it again. Let me show you. You see how scattered? I hope I've seen it. That's my goal. I have another paper that captures it in a more neat form. It's in my phone. I read it every day. I rewrite it every day. If you don't have a constant relationship with your goal, you will not achieve it. If your goal is not in front of you, you are not thinking about the goal every day, you are not seeing the goal every day, you will forget about it. Out of sight is out of mind. Did you hear me? Out of sight is out of mind. Relate with your goal on a daily basis. The third reason why people do not achieve their goals is that they don't break down their goals into an actionable plan with clear schedule. With a clear schedule. They do not break down their goals into an actionable plan with a clear schedule. It's like trying to build a house. You have to break it down into steps. First of all, I will get the architect to do the design. Then I will get the quantity surveyor to do the costing. Then I will get the builders to begin to build with supervisors. Are you seeing it? You broke it down into steps. Anything that is not broken down into steps will be difficult to achieve. This is why you use a spoon to eat from a plate. Why don't you just carry the plate and eat it at once? Because it will be impossible. You have to break it down into steps. So when you set a goal, for example, that you're going to make your first million before the end of the year, that's a major goal. Very good. You need to break it down. What must I do to achieve these goals? What are the steps? What do I need to do? Number one, maybe I need to create a course and sell. Maybe I need to write my first book. Maybe I need to, start a side business. Begin to sell on my WhatsApp status. You are creating a plan. When you are done, you arrange it based on priority and schedule it. When am I going to do it? Okay, by the first week of July, I should have completed this. Before the end of July, I should have done this. That's how you achieve your goals. A goal that is not broken down into a plan and clearly scheduled, it will be difficult to achieve. These are three major reasons why people do not achieve their goals. Let's move to the fourth key, two more keys, and then we're done. I hope we're getting value. If you're getting value, comment value in the comments. The fourth key to making the most of time, the fourth key to becoming an effective steward of time, is to religiously commit to a daily growth routine that evolves you into superior versions of yourself. Religiously commit to a daily growth routine that evolves you into superior versions of yourself. Very profound. If you read Daniel chapter 11, verse 32, it says, the people that do know their God, they shall be strong and they shall do exploit. First they know, then they become, then they do and have exploit. Notice the progression. They know, then they become, then they do and have exploit. Everything you have, everything you get from life is dependent on who you have first become. This is very important. So one of the most productive use of your time is to grow, to evolve into superior versions of yourself, to become a wiser person, to become a stronger person, to become a better person, a more competent person, a more wiser person, a person with character, a more disciplined person. When you become, doing becomes easy, having becomes easy. It is very, very important you know this, that one of the most productive use of your time is to become. And how do you become? You create a daily growth routine that you engage every day. For those of us who are in the part of the school of the Leaders Manna Network, by the way, if you're not in the community, make sure you join now, right? And don't forget to subscribe to this channel. You know that one of the things we do is what we call the DGR, the Daily Growth Routine 3. The DGR 3, Daily Growth Routine. 3 activities we engage every day. We read every day, we listen to a faith-building teaching every day, and we engage in at least 10 push-ups or 20 jumping jacks every day. Do you know why we do this? It's so that we can evolve into superior versions of ourselves. The more you improve yourself, the easier life gets. It's very true. Life is easy for those who have upgraded themselves. And you cannot be a blessing to your world if you have not become a transformed version of yourself. The greatest gift you can give to anybody, your spouse, your partner, even to yourself, is a transformed version of yourself. If you are not improved, you cannot make a difference. You truly cannot make a difference. This is why the Leaders Manna Network exists. We are evolving men into superior versions of themselves so they can live a victorious life and be a blessing to their world. You cannot live a victorious life if you have not evolved yourself, the way you think, the quality of your mind, the quality of your spirit. The School of Work, I encourage everybody to engage 3 growth activities, but for me, there are six activities that I engage every day. Pray every day, more fire every day. Read a book every day, more wisdom every day. Listen to a faith-building teaching, reconstructing and re-engineering my mind, exercising every day. Is one of the reasons why, I'm a little bit fit. Why? Because I exercise. I do 22 push-ups. Somebody should clap for me. If you think it's easy, try it. Try it. I urge you. I remember when I used to do 10. I've upgraded. Are you seeing it? The little things you do is what evolves you into superior versions of yourself. When you do it consistently, small daily improvement, if done consistently, will always lead to stunning results. When it has to do with growth, growth is little by little compounded over time. Are you seeing it? You don't grow overnight. You grow with time. You grow with time. You don't plant a seed and the seed just becomes a tree tomorrow. You water it every day. That's how it is. So that's why I say religiously commit to a daily growth routine. Take note of the word daily growth routine, because it is what you do every day that determines who you become permanently. Reading every day. Imagine reading every day for 5 years. Imagine praying every day for 5 years. Imagine doing exercise every day for 5 years. You will not recognize yourself. We despise the little things. We overestimate what we can achieve in 10 years and underestimate what we can achieve by engaging activities, growth activities every day, compounded over time. Little efforts compounded over time will lead to great results, great outcome. It is not what you do once in a lifetime or once in a while that changes your life. It is what you do every day. What you do every day is what determines who you become permanently. So commit every day. I tell you, it's a wise use of time. I've read today. In fact, I just finished reading a book by one of the strongest man. How many of us know him? David Goggins. Very powerful book. How he defied odds, changed his life. Absolutely changed his life. Became a Navy SEAL, an American Navy SEAL. And I read that book. I think it's 2 weeks now, but compounded over time. Commit to consistent growth. Praying every day. Your life does not change overnight. I tell you, the difference between the manager of a company and a gate man is who they are. Are you seeing it? It's not necessarily what they do. There is a version that the manager is that is responsible for the results that he has. Somebody is asking for the title of the book. Just search for David Goggins. It's one of his most popular books. I think I've forgotten the name. I think it's just one book that he has, but it's a very popular book. In fact, it took me about 3 years to get the book. I was really looking for the book until I found it somewhere in Kaduna. So the difference between a manager and a gate man is not necessarily what they do. Are you seeing it? If it is what they do, the gate man is working harder than the manager. No. Are you seeing it? The difference between both of them is who they are. There is a way they think. That's why you can pay a manager 1 million and pay the gate man 10,000 naira. Are you seeing it? Even though the gate man is working harder than the manager. Because it's not about hard work. It's about who you are. When you become, life becomes easy. When you evolve yourself, life becomes easy. So make up your mind every day. My God, every day you will invest in yourself. I'm telling you, this thing is so powerful. Personal development is so powerful. Sometimes I look at the version that I was 5 months ago, 6 months ago, and I see how far. What reading 10 pages every day can do over 6 months. What praying every day can do over 6 months. Your life will not remain the same. It is what you do every day that determines who you become permanently. Consistency is more powerful than intensity. It is better to read every day, read 10 pages of a book, than to read for 10 hours once in a month. Focus on becoming. Spend the time investing in yourself, building capacity, working on yourself. Pray the prayers. The fourth key, this is the effective steward. The fifth key, I tell you, if you put to practice all that you are learning, your life will be nothing short of a sign and a wonder. The fifth key to becoming an effective steward of time is to regularly plan and review your life. Regularly plan and review your life. The fifth key to becoming an effective steward of time is to regularly plan and review your life. You must view your life like a project. Are you seeing it? There's a lot of planning and reviewing to be done if you want to build your life. View it like a project. You don't just wake up and then you execute a project. You keep planning and keep reviewing and keep editing. There are many people who do not plan their lives. Get books. This is why I have books, my God. On my table right now are different papers where I've scribbled down different plans. 5-year plans, 10-year plans. Sometimes I just sit down and an idea comes. In the next 10 years, do this and do this. When you get married, this is how you should do your finances. Plan. And planning requires paper. Many people don't have a book. It says write the vision and make it plain. You keep writing and rewriting and rewriting. That's how you plan your life. When an idea comes, you write it. You can just sit down and an idea will come and say, Kai, for the next 1 month, focus on building your mindset. Read books on your mindset. That's a plan. It's a good use of your time when you plan. Every minute you spend planning, you have saved over 10 minutes that would have been wasted. So when you plan, you are saving time. It is very important that you take the time to plan, not just plan, to review your life. Many people don't have books. I have, oh my God, I have all sorts of books. Look at one. This one was a gift to me by one of my mentee. Very, very lovely book. I have another one here. You know, I have a lot, more than 10 journals for this year alone. Aside from the papers, oh, if you look at my table, look at papers. Are you seeing it? I'm showing us these things so that you know that I'm not just teaching it. This is what I'm doing. When ideas come, I document it. Take the time to review your life periodically. You see it? Sometimes I just sit down and I ask myself, especially in the night, when everybody is sleeping and snoring, I just begin to pray and I ask myself, Emmanuel, are you making progress? Okay. How did you spend the last month? What are you doing? Thank you. Somebody just put the name of the book, Can't Hurt Me by David Goggins. Thank you, Kingsley. That's the name of the book by David Goggins that I said I just finished. You know, sometimes I just sit down and I begin to review. Emmanuel, have you been using your time productively? Would you say you have made the best use of your time? You can't make sustainable progress if you are not reviewing your life continuously, periodically. Am I using my time wisely? This thing that I say I'm doing, is it really a good use of my time? Are you seeing it? You must, it is a mindset you must have. Planning and reviewing is an ongoing process. You keep asking, what can I do to improve my life? Are you seeing it? I just, sometimes I just say that, okay, how do I improve my life? Okay, I need a solar system. I cannot be having trainings and then, maybe NEPA takes light and everywhere goes dark. So I need a solar system. That's planning. I don't set it and say, okay, that's going to be my goal for next year. I put it as a goal, begin to save. Let me open an account. That's you planning your life. Work it out. He says, true wisdom is a house built, and by understanding it is established. You work it out. Okay, this next month, maybe I need to focus more on savings. I've been spending a lot. You are planning, you are reviewing, and you are planning at the same time. And it is also very important to schedule times of retreat. Very, very important. There are people who don't have retreat, even end of year retreat. What is a retreat? A retreat is a time that you spend alone, more usually to have fellowship with God, but beyond that, to also plan and review your life. Am I making progress? We are getting to the end of June. This is the first 6 months. Did I achieve any goal at all? Or was I just wasting time? Okay, it's like I've been watching too many movies. This next 6 months, I will not watch movies again. I will cut down the movies that I watch. How many books did I read? Only 3 books. I can do better. Maybe I should be reading more in the night before I sleep. You see, that's how people make their life work. They are planning. They are working on their life. Life is not a one-size-fits-all. You don't just do something once and your life start working. You have to think. You have to think. There are certain times I'm traveling. That's why I have my notebooks in my phone. They are very, very... If you do not review, you will not make progress. I tell you, you will not be able to maximize time if you don't do these things. It's like driving. When you are driving, once in a while, you need to check, am I on the road? Am I making progress towards my destination? If you are not, you take a turn and you start moving. So it's a continuous something. It's not something you do once and then you stop doing. So regularly plan and review your life. I tell you, if you engage these 5 keys that I've shared with you, let me review them again. The 5 keys to becoming an effective steward. That number 1, you understand the purpose of time. That God gave us time to squander on purpose. God gave us time to make a difference. Sorry, can you guys hear me? Sorry for that break. That number 2, you intentionally and intelligently create systems to avoid or eliminate time wasters. And then number that you set clear and compelling goals that align, that you relate into superior view your life. It will be impossible for you to fail. It will be keys. I want you to, when you go through these videos again, or when you have access to the audio, if you're part of the, the inner circle, the Element Inner Circle monthly, if you're part of that community, you get access to the audio and all that I've shared. Go through your note. I assure you, if you begin to use your time to engage all of the things that I've shared with you, it will be impossible for you to fail in life. Your life will be nothing short of a sign and a wonder, I assure you. That said, thank you so much for being a part of the School of Personal Development. I'm so excited. This progress, I'm so excited about what I shared tonight. If you know you got value, go ahead, comment, go ahead and comment value. If you know that you got a quick shout out, subscribe, please do well. The line. So click on subscribe of contributing to what we do. I'm sure that we got tremendous value for our time. We'll wrap up shortly. Let me make an announcement in advance. By the grace of God, hopefully by next week, the flyer will be out. We'll be having the 30-day daily reading challenge. It's going to be coming up in August. I'm super excited. One of the visions or the passions that God put in my heart is to help young people across Africa develop and cultivate the habit of daily reading, right? So we're going to be starting in August. Make sure you clear your schedule. 30 days of consistent reading. Reading has played a major role in the quality of person that I have become today. It was how I started my personal development journey and still what I am doing. And it has truly, truly, truly impacted my life. Reading does not just only make you a wise person, it improves your vocabulary. Many of you hear the way I talk, and maybe I like the way you are talking. I was not born like this. So reading improves your speaking. So reading improved my vocabulary, made me a wiser person, and is a very good antidepressant. It calms your mind and helps you to think properly. So get set by August. When the flyer is out, make sure you register. It's absolutely free for everybody. Make sure you get as many people to participate in the challenge, and I'm sure that it's going to be a blessing. For those who are just joining in or you just joined the broadcast, make sure you click on the subscribe and click on the like button. Very important. If you've not joined the Leaders Manna Network, Africa's fastest growing personal development community, make sure you click on the link in the description and join now. Very, very important. That's where we share a lot of value. Shortly now, I'm going to put up the accountability for today. Usually everybody engages 3 growth activities, what we call the DGR3, right? It's a daily growth system that helps you evolve to a better version of yourself. So make sure you are part of the community. And let me encourage us, if you know anybody who needs to be part of the community, give them the opportunity, share the flyer, give them the opportunity to join and participate. I tell you, the Leaders Manna Network will only get bigger and better. This is a vision that will not die. I tell you, pouring our heart is a vision that came from God through men. And the vision that comes from God does not die. So I assure you, will only get bigger and better. God has given us the mandate to raise a generation of young people who have a strong sense of divine identity, are purpose-driven, committed to living an intentional life, and very dedicated to making a difference with their life. This is a mandate, and we're committed to doing that through platforms like this. Make sure you're part of the community, and be sure to give somebody the opportunity also to join, and God will bless you even as you do so. I'm sure I'm not missing anything. Conyo, thank you so much. All the team members, the Leaders Manna Network media team, thank you so much, guys, for the phenomenal work that you are doing. I'll do a quick shout out now to as many people that I can see, and then we're done for tonight. I'm sure that it was worth the time and worth the while for us. To Lulokpe, good to have you. Thank you. Monday, God bless you. Jemima John, God bless you. Ochai Linus, Mamzo, Tukura, God bless you. Jogai, God bless you. Lavina Umaru, Michael Bayo, Israel, God bless you. Konyo, Compassion, God bless you for me. Margaret, Toluwani, Mercy Zamdayu, God bless you. Naomi Mbaya, God bless you. Is that our New York person? Joshua, God bless you. Kingsley, God bless you. John, thank you so much for joining. Everybody, thank you so much for participating. God bless you. The next School of Personal Development will be in 2 weeks in the month of July. Have a lovely time. God bless you once again.